Hey, I'm Susan Berkley, and welcome to this week's Inside Voiceover Video e-zine. And this week I thought I would talk a little bit about the vacationing voice talent, since a lot of people are on vacation this week, and of course we're coming on to into the long Labor Day weekend. And so I have been a voiceover road warrior for a long time, and I've written some key points, some tips for you. If you scroll down on the page, you'll see it. But I just wanted to go over a few of the key ones, because taking your voiceover business on the road, even if it's just up the road to the beach or the lake or wherever you go for your summer relaxation, is there's a couple of steps to it. Step one is packing up the gear and making sure it gets there in one piece. When you're flying, one thing that I like to do, I mean, obviously we have to take our laptops out of our carry-on, but I also put my microphone in the carry-on. I don't suggest that you check it. Just make sure that it's well packed. You can buy actually carrying cases for it, or you have it in foam. But don't be putting it in your socks or something like that. You know, don't wrap it up like that. Try to get some real protective carrying insulation to take that mic with you. And what I do is I'll take it out of my carry-on and I'll actually put it in one of those trays so that security can see it. That way they don't have to like dig through my carry-on to find something that looks a little odd. Okay, that's tip number one. Tip number two is, before you go, set up your laptop and your portable recording gear and do a test before you go, just to make sure that everything sounds good, that there's no hums, no buzzes, and you know what to do. I wouldn't be testing it out the first time when I'm in my vacation destination. Next tip is to look into getting an air card so that you have internet access everywhere you go. Now, most hotels will have it. Sometimes it's pretty expensive. And so in the continental US, and this might even be valid internationally, I just don't know, I haven't checked it out, you can get an air card from Virgin for $40 a month, and there's no contract, so you can just use it for the month that you're traveling, and that way you can be assured of having internet access in most places in the continental US. You know, and of course you can always, if you're traveling internationally, you will be amazed at the places that have internet. We have a guy, I know of a guy named Justin Hibbert, who is a very successful voice talent out in Los Angeles. He loves to travel, and he told me he was doing voiceover from a hut in Borneo. Borneo is in Indonesia. Can you imagine? He went there to see the pygmy elephants, and he kept up with all his voiceover work because they had internet in a hut in Borneo. Now, I go to Brazil a lot, and there in the little town that I'm in, I mean, it is little. Milk is delivered by horse-drawn carriage every morning, and there's internet there too. It's not the fastest thing, but it is enough to send audio. So internet is your friend. You want to make sure you call ahead that you have it where you're going, and you know, check out those internet cafes too. They're just about everywhere in the world. And the next thing you want to do is give some thought to where you're recording. This is the challenge, because when you're in a strange space that's not your own, you know, you have to be sensitive to the fact there could be vacuum cleaners if you're in a hotel, noisy kids, people in the pool. So if I'm in a hotel, I always ask for a room away from the pool and away from the elevator. Now, people can get pretty creative with sound isolation while they're on the road. Pillows, comforters, you know, all those types of things. A great idea is to set yourself up in the corner of the room away from the window and just put some pillows, put some bedding behind your microphone, and you'll be amazed at how good it sounds. Remember to turn off the air conditioning, the heating in the room, and put a do not disturb sign on the door. I also suggest recording later at night or early in the morning before things start to liven up. Oh, and here's a really creative solution that somebody was telling me. They actually put the microphone in the mini bar. They took all the stuff out and they lined the mini bar with pillows, and they stuck the mic in there, and they said they got a really good sound. So you can get pretty creative if you're on the road. This is the great thing about a voiceover business. It is truly portable. You can take it everywhere, and I hope you have a wonderful vacation wherever your voiceover travels take you. I'll see you next week.